back on the second segment. This is the Athletes Incorporated. My name's Trey Johnson. This is my co-host, Harold Johnson. Check us out on Roku TV, ibtv.us, and YouTube. Comment, subscribe, like what we got going on so we can continue to do this. The second segment, we're going to talk about the NBA trades that are going on this week and kind of the Cavaliers collapse and kind of what happened with the Cavs, one of the top teams that we thought were going to make it to the finals, probably won't make it. What you think about that, Dad? What's going on with these trades?
Well, you know, the two big trades of the week, the big one and the shocker was Blake Griffin leaving the Clippers, going to the Detroit Pistons. He says he was completely blindsided. I believe him.
Yeah. Just signed a new deal.
Yeah.
Signed a new deal. Yeah. Wanted to stay with the team.
He has his family and his kids are there. One of the things to come out from this is that I guess there was some talk with Westbrook and the folks from Oklahoma City about him coming there.
Really?
Which would have seemed to me to be the perfect match. I mean, he's a great Oklahoma City kid. Yep. Played for the Sooners. Yeah. Seemed like to be a great match. But as we can see with LeBron's thing, if you cannot work with those people or the personalities don't mesh, you're asking for trouble. The other great trade of the week was Greg Monroe, who a lot of people might not have heard of, but he's a super rebounder. Yep. Played for the Phoenix Suns, and the Boston Celtics have picked him up. So that should really bolster them because that's one of the stats that the Boston Celtics are down at the bottom in, and that's rebounding. Yep. So he's a big body. He likes to board, plays defense, doesn't have to have the ball to shoot. Yep. So they should be able to work him in pretty nice.
And he matches up really well with what the Celtics want to do. The Celtics want to be fast on offense, and they want to bang you on defense. He's going to match up really well with Marcus Smart, who's a fabulous defensive player who also played at Oklahoma State.
Right.
So I think my one takeaway for this, and I want to know what you think about this. I think it's so funny how the organizations always talk about loyalty, but when a player wants to leave, it's all about loyalty. Hey, you want to stay with this organization. Right. But when they trade you away, it's a business move.
Right.
So it's I wish Blake Griffin the best. He's a hell of a kid, and I hope he really finds some happiness up there. Because Andre Drummond's up there up there in Detroit, and they're actually inclining. So it's just very interesting. All that stuff that's going on right now.
The thing you have to think about with Blake Griffin though is that. With most of the guys who are such unbelievable athletic talents. Now, he's 29, I think?
I think so. 29.
He's 29 or 30. Injuries are starting to be a little more prevalent. So hopefully he can help them do what they want to do before his time is up. But I see maybe 4 more years for Blake.
Yeah.
But his game is jumping.
Yeah.
And that comes to an
explosive
end sooner or later. When we look at the demise, really, it seems to be of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah. It brings to mind for me that how really smart Kyrie Irving it's proving to be. That he wanted out of Cleveland. And it started with something that you were telling me about when you saw there was an interview with Kyrie last year, and they were talking about how did he feel about LeBron
being a father
figure. And he said, no, he's not my father. I have a father. Right. And I think after you play with LeBron for a certain amount of time, he's starting to wear on people.
Yeah.
On 2 fronts. One, that he's almost bullying and pushing people around, including the coach.
Yeah.
And then secondly, there's always something in the background about him making a move to another team to get another ring.
Right.
And I think what is going on, if he leaves Cleveland, and that's probably not if, now he's going to leave Cleveland.
I think he's going to leave Cleveland after this year.
His legacy will be damaged.
I think his legacy's already damaged just because of how many finals he's lost. But talking about, people, him wearing on his teammates, I think he's also wearing on himself. Folks, you got to remember, LeBron James has been in the playoffs every year, except for his first year.
His first year wasn't he?
No, he didn't get in his first year.
Okay.
So he's been to the playoffs every year for his entire career. So he's getting older. His body's getting older, and
Lots of
just
mileage.
lots of mileage, and the constant chase after that title, that ever elusive title. He's got three, excuse me. I think can wear on your mind mentally,
Because you would have to think right now, if they get healthy,
Right.
that they would be formidable. You have LeBron.
Right.
Tristan is just getting back healthy now. We
Yeah.
have Isaiah, who's supposed to be working in, but I think the reason why, again, what's the kid's name from...
Kevin Love?
No, the kid's name from the Celtic who is...
Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie Irving.
No, the guy who is the GM from the Celtics. Well, he's done another great job.
Right.
To get Kyrie for Isaiah Thomas, who obviously right from the bat, right from the get-go, he's a problem.
Right.
He's got a huge ego, wants to push people around, comes in saying things to Kevin Love that he should not have said,
Right.
if he thought he should have kept it to himself. LeBron stands there and lets that go on. It's supposed to be his team.
And folks, Isaiah Thomas is 5'9", 5'8", with shoes on. He's a defensive liability.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
Kyrie Irving, 6'5", 6'4", great on defense. I mean, the Celtics are really... I like the Celtics in the East.
Yes.
I like them.
And it's, the guy I'm trying to think of is Danny Ainge,
Danny Ainge.
who continues to pull off great trades and great moves. A la Red Auerbach, for the folks who know who he was. He's the one who built the great dynasties with Bill Russell and that group, John Havlicek, back in the day. This is what Danny Ainge is doing. And it's showing just really, really great. And, of course, as we said, now we hear rumors of how many different places, Trey, is landing spots for...
So far, we've got the
LeBron.
Spurs, we've got the Lakers. There was
Clippers?
this week the Clippers. There was talk of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Where do you think he's going to land? What do you think is the smartest place for LeBron James to land?
The smartest place is for him to, at this point in his career, get his ego together, really be a team player, and stay in Cleveland. Now, he doesn't want to end up, and he's getting kind of close to it, being disliked as the Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Great, great player, but he was really disliked. But he did do one thing. He stayed in L.A.
Yeah.
He's a Laker.
Yeah.
And he had money offered that were bigger than LA. But he saw it was coming to an end. This is where my legacy. And as we go on, just a few years that he's been out, now he's starting to become kind of a beloved Laker.
Yeah.
That's what will happen for LeBron. I would say that he probably is going to go, if he leaves there, it might be to the Lakers.
I agree with you. I think he's going to be a Laker next year. I don't think there's any ifs and buts about it, folks. He's going to be a Lakers next year. They've got a young core team there. But this is interesting, and we didn't talk about this, but Lonzo Ball.
Can you imagine the drama?
Yeah, Lonzo Ball's going to be there, and
Can you
everybody,
imagine
if you
the
don't know
drama?
who LeVar Ball is, folks, you guys need to
Him and
Google
LeBron
that.
are going to get into it.
Yeah.
Because LeBron's not going to sit down and shut up and take it like the rest of the people. The drama surrounding that is unbelievable.
The Lake Show will be back.
Yes. I just don't see it. I don't see it working out.
Yeah.
Unless Ball severs his ties with his dad.
Well, I guarantee
which the organization has been pushing him to do.
And I guarantee you next year, when, not if, but when LeBron James signs with the Lakers, he has a home in LA, his kids go to school in LA, his wife's in LA. All signs are pointing to the LA Lakers, folks. But I'm guaranteeing you, before LeBron James signs, he's going to have a sit down with Magic and what's the family's name that owns the team?
Yeah.
That
Bushes.
family. Not the Bushes, the Busses, Jerry Buss and Jeannie Buss. LeVar will not be allowed to talk. He might not be allowed in the building.
Right.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen, but LeBron James is going to be a Laker next year, and Kevin Love is going to, I'm going to call in this right here first, guys, and comment and tell me what you think. Kevin Love is going to be a Golden State Warrior next year.
And now he would work with Golden State.
It's a perfect spot.
For sure, you know, he's a LA boy, UCLA and LA boy. Kevin Love wanted to go back home to be with the Lakers. If they take LeBron, Kevin Love, there's no way. He would take millions less and go somewhere else rather than be bothered with LeBron James.
Oh, absolutely.
But he would look well and work well with
what the Warriors got going
the
on.
Warriors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we're ending our second segment. Take a look at us on our third segment. We're actually going to be talking about some really controversial topics. We're going to be talking about Colin Kaepernick and taking the knee this year. And we're also going to be talking about Larry Nassar and the USA Gymnastics team. So please check us out, comment, subscribe, like what we got going on. See you guys at the third segment.